Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pull Town. We are between session number 4 and session number 5 right here on Saturday afternoon in the hallowed grounds, the Wood County Fairgrounds here. My name's Miles Krieger. I've got Larry Richwine to my right, Dan Mayer to my left, and we have had some absolutely phenomenal competition over the course of the last 2.5 days here, or 2 days here, where we have been crowning some points champions. We've been crowning some ring winners, and obviously tonight we put all the marbles for $10,000 into one of those 6 classes as well. But before we get into making our picks, before we dig any deeper here this afternoon, we're going to turn things right back over to some preview and some recap that we have had here from this weekend.
What have you heard about Bowling Green? What do they say about why you should come to Bowling Green?
One is the championship of the NTPA, which where I'm from. The polling is a close area, which is poll following up this. And it's a pretty good poll, and I've heard a bunch of good stories about the good shows.
Is this your first time in Bowling Green?
No, we've been here probably 6 years.
This is year 38 for me.
Year 38. So you've been to the poll here in Bowling Green a few times, I take it.
46 years.
You ever been to Bowling Green before?
59 is 56 years.
56 years you've been coming to this tractor pull. What keeps you coming back to Bowling Green?
Tractors, the fans, the atmosphere, everybody gets along, no fighting.
We're from Naples, Florida. Yep, we don't have this down by us, and my son here, Cash, is obsessed with tractors, so
What makes Bowling Green the best tractor pull of the whole season?
Oh, it's got everything you want here.
What keeps you coming back to Bowling Green? What makes it the best?
Here, you're going to see the best there is. This is the Super Bowl. You want to see the best tractor pulling, come right here.
What keeps you coming back to Bowling Green year after year?
The black smoke, John Deere's.
It's about 5 years.
5 years in a row you come to Bowling Green for the tractor pull.
Yep.
What keeps you coming back?
I don't know, the polls are always good and the drinking and the partying.
Last year was your first?
yes.
What brought you back for round two?
The ice cream.
Really? Where are the milkshakes?
4-H.
Okay, thank you. That's where I'm going next. What makes Bowling Green different from other tractor pulls?
There's a lot more to see here.
Yeah.
Our poles are smaller, not as many tractors and stuff.
This is the big show right here.
It is, yeah.
You know, you got a good crew here.
Yeah, everybody loves
Everyone, you know, we all have a good time.
Every year when we come, we sit by the same people. We all talk every time we're here, but we don't know each other outside of here, so it's pretty cool.
You get to meet different people. The Canadians come down. We got good Canadian friends.
You guys stay in the campground when you come?
Oh yeah.
For the fans at home who have never been to Bowling Green, describe the campground.
The campground is like a Las Vegas. It stays in the campground. Bring a lot of beads, and if you're a man, you're going to enjoy a lot of shows.
What are they like?
Big, giant party.
It's always a fun time and it's not PG rated, that's for sure.
It's not kid friendly necessarily.
During the day it is. In the evening, better put the kids to bed.
Why do you think Bowling Green has grown to be such a big pull, the biggest pull?
Campground out there. You got the atmosphere to it. Whatever place does that. They're right here, you know, and it's close to it. That's what pushes over the top. You got to go over there once and just experience the atmosphere of it. You got to do it.
What's your favorite class of tractors?
Oh, unlimiteds and the minis.
Tonight, Pro Stock class.
You like
The
the Pro Stock?
Masterson with the River Rat.
We love the Pro Stocks.
Be the 4x4 diesel.
If you had a pro stock, what would you name it?
I always wanted to be the Red Express, what I'd call it.
If you had a super semi, what would you name it?
Old Aztec.
Probably huge debt.
They're pulling right now, Super Farm and a Pro Stock.
Well, you got to go see them, man. You guys go in there and check it out.
This is something that you're going to remember for years to come. You know, you're going to see it, and you got to experience. You know, this is the I call it the top, like the Super Bowl. This is it. You got to come here once to see it. To experience it, you got to be once.
Full pull.
Full pull.
Full pull.
Full pull.
Full pull.
Full pull.
All right, I appreciate you.
Yeah, but you don't have to put it on. Don't worry about that.
I'll never wear it, man. My titties are too proud.
Got this, Kenny.
somebody to get to actually take a test pass, an exhibition pass behind the wheel of a 6,200-pound, super modified two-wheel drive truck. You get to go and make a pass in that blown Ford Ranger here in just a little while. How are you feeling? Excited, very excited. Now, your background in this sport, obviously you do some pulling in the garden scale tractor classes, correct? Correct. I pulled garden tractors for 13 years. Where are you from? I'm from Richmond, Kentucky. All right, now, let's talk a little bit about kind of how are your nerves, or you're going to be cool, calm, and collected behind the wheel, you think? Yeah, I'm pretty cool, calm, and collected. Well, that's good. Now, have you ever competed in a garden tractor in front of, say, 15,000 people? No, I've never had done that.
All right, so we're here. It's finally happening. Kenny's about to go Nitro Kenny. He's in the two-wheel drive. He's getting ready to make his first exhibition pass. Let's go talk to him and see what's going on. Showtime, baby. You ready for this, Kenny?
Yeah.
Good? You don't have to talk too much. Get your PPE on. Ready to go. He's ready to go. Says ready to go. He feels good about it. Hey, I'm going to see you at the 350 mark. All right. All right, I'm here with Nitro Kenny. He just made his pass here in Bowling Green. How'd it feel?
It felt good. I just my first time, and it bounced on me, and I couldn't hold the throttle steady, and it's a different feel, different from the garden tractors, that's for sure.
I mean, it's tough with no practice, right?
Oh, it's tough with no practice. It's like shooting in the dark. So.
Yeah. But I mean, you looked like, you backed off of it in time, and you looked like you were in control. I saw you tried to hammer back down, maybe like you could get out of it, but it felt pretty good.
Well, yeah, the throttle kind of felt funny on my arm, so I done the best I could do.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well,
pull is the best thing. So
awesome. Well, I mean, it tells you a lot about the drivers, right? I mean, It takes time, it takes practice. You got to get a feel for it. It's not anybody can just jump in the back of that thing.
Oh no, and on the same way with the garden tractors, you're not going to jump on it the first time and go down the track.
It takes some time to figure it out.
Yeah, it does.
So, still awesome experience.
Thank you all very much for giving me the opportunity, and thank you, Eric Varner, for passing it on and giving me the opportunity.
Just come back and win next year.
All right, I'll try.
All right, with Nitro Kenny, Bowling Green, great experience. First full pool town experience here with Nitro Kenny. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it, buddy.
Thank you. And full pull, the best thing.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
This is Walker with another campground report, and honestly, Bowling Green has blown away our expectations, blown our minds.
I have been coming out for at least 25 years.
How many times you been to Bowling Green?
4 times.
This is your 4th time?
4th time.
10 years in Poleville.
What makes it so great?
Everything about it. Family, the whole 9. And by the way, Uncle Billy and the War Wagon. Do you know the War Wagon?
Yeah, I know the War Wagon.
Wait a minute.
I know War Wagon.
He lives in...
Where are you from?
Eric Decker.
Where are you from? Where's he from? Ask the cameraman where he's from. Look right in the camera and say, where are you from? Where are you from? What makes Bowling Green, Ohio, this campground, what makes it so special?
Every camper here. Everybody loves everybody, it seems like.
It's a lot of love in the air.
It seems like it.
Now these stripper poles here, a lot of love in the air there too, huh?
Yes, sir. A little later, they're probably going to show some boobies.
Could see boobies tonight. That'll be a full pool exclusive, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
For the great times, good memories with friends, shots, and the full pulls.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen in the Bowling Green campground?
Oh my. I don't know whether I can do it on live camera though.
It's
it's almost undescribable.
You don't have the words for it.
It's overwhelmingly unbelievable.
War Wagon's going to be a full pull, and it's going to be amazing at the end of the night.
That's a full pull exclusive. War Wagon's going to be amazing at the end of the night.
The bartender here, Bill, put on a pudding wrestling. They had women in their bras and thongs, and they were wrestling and pudding.
So there's 3 things that I come back for. 1 party.
Yeah.
2 pools.
Yeah.
3, we come back and visit everybody that we see every year.
It's like a family.
The family is the thing that we come back for, number 1.
Give them a taste of what it's like. Describe this place.
All right, so the campground is a very fun.
Hold on.
I just got hit with a golf cart.
Tasteful place to be.
But this random man gave me a full cup of Tito's, so I will be okay. And he gave me some Tylenol.
You feel better.
I will.
The people that you meet is going to be unbelievably friendly. There's nothing out here that will not bring you back again, guaranteed.
I'm okay. I cried.
You're okay. You cried a little.
I cried a little.
A lot of action here in Bowling Green, Ohio.
I have snatched all of these. I have not done anything but steal beads.
Steal
all
beads.
night.
That's what you do. Steal beads, drink Tito's. What do you think this guy's problem is?
What is he going on about?
I don't know.
Colonizer.
Fans, we are back here in Bowling Green, Ohio, Pulltown, USA. We're between session number 4 and session number 5. And to my left is Dan Mayer, my co-announcer, here with me, and one of the guys who provides all the commentary on the track. We have Larry Richwine, former tech, obviously, and the guru of all things NTPA with us.
And then OJ.
The juice is in the house.
And you know, the breaking news that is so really breaking right now is the fact that we have now been joined by the most recent winner in the two-wheel drive class from right here in Pulltown. The full pull app Ford Ranger is now parked in the full pull area right here next to the tent. Chase Richardson piloting the Ford Ranger to a win in session number 4. So pretty awesome.
I don't know if he's playing off the movie, the quote, "If you're not first, you're last." But literally, if it's not first, it's last. Let's be honest. So we got first today.
Yeah, pretty remarkable, awesome pass.
But he's redeeming himself for the truck, for the fan that drove it last night. But he did a great start, but he only went like 150, 200 feet or whatever.
Yeah, but again, great job.
Oh,
he didn't break anything, which meant we could take it out and actually pull it tonight.
Right, and it
today,
come out
yeah.
and won. That
Yeah.
you know, he couldn't ask for a better story. But Nitro Kenny, I interviewed him there in front of the crowd last night, and he was pretty down and out. He was expecting a lot more, and you know, he said, "Give me another shot, I'll make up for it." But unfortunately, that's it.
We
It's
talked
one
about
and
this
done.
morning. Yeah, he's a competitive dude, so he wanted back in. So maybe maybe eventually Nitro Kenny will have that opportunity again. But hey, I'm impressed. Kudos, Dan and Miles. You still have some voice left. This has been a hardcore couple of days here.
It's a marathon.
Long
it's a marathon
days.
here, but you know we've been doing this a long time.
Neither
So
one
we
of you are
kinda,
screamers. You know how to pace yourself and just talk rather than try to project everything. Let the microphone do it. You know.
The cool thing is Saturday night we'll get to go a little bit more. We'll work some more, north side, south side. We'll do a little red and green action, and hopefully incorporate a wave in this group tonight, and have a little bit more fun with the crowd, because there's really nothing like a Saturday night Bowling Green. I can't wait for you to experience that, OJ.
Yeah, because you're expert. So Saturday night is the
you watch
elite
if you
night.
go out there and you look at the grandstands. You know how this weekend they've kind of like last night they were pretty full.
Yeah.
Pretty full.
Yeah.
Tonight they'll be packed. Everywhere
standing
you'll
room
see.
only tonight.
And they'll actually go up in a airplane here in a little bit once the crowd gets in here, and that's where they get their aerial shots every year on Saturday night. Yep.
Yeah, about 7:15, I think he's scheduled to take off from the airport, and he'll go up and do a little bit of flyover there and get some photos. And obviously, that's part of the fun and what the history has become of here at Poletown. So, we've had awesome competition. We did declare our second NTPA Grand National champion of the season this afternoon. Light mod yesterday, we got to give Les Corporal the championship, and then today Zane Daly, which I would tell you is kind of like maybe the underdog in that whole deal. He takes that win as well with the Just Rutten 2 out of the Gansemer Stables, so pretty awesome there as well.
Yeah, beat the unstoppable team, Team Chezik, and the little team from Southwest Wisconsin picked up the championship, and very good to see. Second one there for that team, so very impressive.
They run good.
Now, and also I will tell you, afternoon history was made thanks to our friends at Simon's Trucking, as well as the National Tractor Pulling Championships. We had our first spin the wheel of the weekend.
Yeah.
We spun for $10,000. The winning class was Super Farm Tractor, and that was, something that does not happen very often in any of our classes, but most typically, for sure, not in the Super Farm class. And the Whoopie Maker was the winner in that Super Farm class very, very late in the class, which you would not necessarily thought based off of what we had been seeing there. Jeremy Roberts took the early lead and held it for probably the first 10 or 12 tractors, and then after that we had Brad Hart with Don't Ask. He went to the front and did a very nice job there for a while, and then of course here came that old Whoopie Maker International, going back to my friends the Pitts when they originally brought that tractor out. So they were the Kentucky Whoopie folks who obviously put those whoopie pies in all the NTPA bags for folks around here, and were a sponsor for years.
When they first come on the scene, I drove that tractor in Ocala in fireproof Wranglers and fireproof Nikes. They said, "You want to drive?" And I went, "Yeah," and it wasn't sanctioned that time at Ocala. And I made a pass, and it was a Whoopie Maker back then. But yeah, we had some fun back then. Dangerous as heck, but I was in charge of safety.
And the real cool part about that
Seriously.
Whoopie Maker tractor winning, it's not a Grand National. I mean, it's a Grand National caliber tractor, but they run regionally, don't run out on the Grand National circuit. So all the traveling pros beat up on them pretty good this afternoon. So that was pretty cool to see.
But he
for the
won that
10,000.
10,000 over and above first place prize, right?
Absolutely. So
That's right.
In addition to.
Yeah.
And we can give a quick recap, I guess you could say, of the championship ring winners, of course, from this afternoon's session. Super Stock Open, Cody Chezik. Cody received the ring. His dad immediately said, "This one's coming with me, son. I don't have one like that in my collection." That was a pretty awesome pass for sure.
And let's go back to that. Last year we figured out, Chezik, the team Chezik here over the years, over 16 rings that they've got there in their possession, and added another one here this weekend. And I asked Mike about that because we were talking yesterday with a couple of our ring winners and some guys, because this is the 30th anniversary of the ring.
Sure.
So we asked a couple of competitors, what do you do with your rings? And I asked Mike last year about that, and he says, "Oh, they're upstairs. We got them in a drawer," and it's like doesn't display them, but a lot of guys do display them. And
I'd say that one might be on one that you want to put on display. It's pretty gorgeous.
He could wear him. He'd have 4 toes left, right?
He's got.
It's Cody's rookie season, and the fact that Cody's been driving so well. If there's ever a candidate for Rookie of the Year with the organization at the end of the year and points in the points bank, Cody would definitely be a good.
Yeah, there's a few of them. You think about Mason Theobald's made himself a pretty good bid as well this year.
Holt Strickland.
And Holt has a Grand National win as well. So of all the years to kind of get together in there, that's a very tough rookie class.
But it's good to see the younger guys driving and doing well, and the next generation of pullers is obviously going to get a good start.
Have to also believe a record in women competing this year at the National Tractor Pulling Championships, as we were able to confirm 23 ladies in competition this year, which is awesome. One of which is standing right out here in front, and she said she was going to make a cameo on the stage a little bit later on.
We'll have an interview
I don't know
with
why
her.
She's not up here
She's
now.
completely ignoring us.
She's
better.
trying
to ignore us.
She's
but
denied every
she
time.
Can hear us.
She's
Our
hiding.
voices carry without microphones. Trust me.
So
We'll get her up here.
Taylor Corsa is one of the 23 ladies who are competing here this weekend as part of the National Tractor Pulling Championship. So quite honestly, the competition has been remarkable. You go back into this afternoon again in the two-wheel drive side, and Donnie Sullivan, he was your ring winner, a 1 and a 2. That makes it very difficult to lose the championship ring when you go 1 and 2. Super Farm side of things, a 1 and a 5 for a total of 6 for Brooke Ferris. He was your ring winner. You think about all these guys who have continually been very competitive. The modified tractor class, Dylan Owens won. Right. He had a 1 and a 2 as well. They were 2 and 3 today. Last night, 1 and 2 for the father-son team out of Montgomery, New York. And light super stock was pretty awesome.
Yes.
Like Rex Kuhn and that new John Deere tractor that he has been running this summer has really, really come to life. And he made a couple of just absolutely phenomenal passes this weekend to put himself in contention.
And the part with Rex Kuhn, he was in contention, I think it was 2016 for that ring, and just lost it by, I think it went down to footage back then. And he lost that ring, and he says, it's taken me this long to get back here and challenge for a ring. But one interesting story, we'll back up a little bit to the two-wheel drive class. Donnie Sullivan won a ring back here in the early 2000s, and unfortunately, somebody broke into the house and stole all his jewelry. Wow. And that ring was part of that jewelry. Are you
serious?
Yep. Yeah. So this one here is, he says, we're gonna do something different.
Lock that up?
Yeah, we're gonna put it somewhere. And I told him, put it with your pulling stuff, and then nobody's gonna mess with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you put your.
That's a bummer, but good for him.
He said something to the effect of that he would be getting himself a safe or something to lock that up.
Probably a gun safe that they can't pick up and carry out the door and then just have a ring in it, nothing else.
Now, brother Danny won one, and he says, I still have mine. I didn't lose mine.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys were incredibly competitive there in the early years as well, and have really kind of been so influential in the two-wheel drive class over the last 40 years in all truth. So, think about Donnie, and this, you don't ever like poking fun at your competitors by any means at all, but, that frame is RJ Simon's new modern machine frame that he ran last year. He debuted it under the Dodge in 2022 and sold it. And then, OJ, you'll be interested to know the body of that is actually an old Chase Richardson body from the old Chevy Colorado.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Chase had two Chevy Colorado bodies, and they both made their way to Warsaw, Kentucky, and they kind of utilized those two bodies to create this one body of the parts and pieces and panels that they needed. And obviously that red truck that you're seeing now out there, known as Big Stick, is at one point in time was the very body that was on one of Chase's trucks.
I think that's one of the coolest things about this sport. Like, again, correct me if I'm wrong with motorsports, but how a lot of these trucks and tractor bodies, or chassis or whatever, how they transition over
from somebody to the other and back and forth.
They stay in the sport just like the drivers.
As we say, all pulling vehicles never die. They just get recycled. That's usually the way it works.
That's awesome. I mean, that's
Did
really
you notice that we brought up the idea of bringing Taylor Corsa on the stage, and then she got in the SU or the UTV and she's leaving?
And
she's paying no attention. She's on Snapchat probably,
But needless to say, let's talk about what we've got coming tonight. As obviously it is Super Saturday night. And we have another spin for 10, spin this evening for $10,000, thanks to our friends at Bad Gear, who come on board for the third year in presenting that sponsorship. They are here on the Midway, and we give you a perfect opportunity to go see them, get a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a hat. They've got an awesome booth here, and they're making some really cool apparel for our pullers now, so you can go check them out, and we appreciate their support for sure. Tonight in competition, we get to pass out the final 6 championship rings. We have Super Semi, we have Mini, we have Super Stock Diesel, we have Super Stock Diesel 4x4, we have Unlimited and Pro Stock. Yep. So those are your 6 classes tonight, and we're going to do our best to kind of give you a little bit of our prognostication on where we think and who we think might be in the fold for a chance to win. I don't know if we've had any scratches or breakage or anything like that with regard to our lineups, but I know the two of us will have a pretty good idea of what direction we want to go with our picks. I know Uncle Larry has a pretty good idea, and then OJ just kind of wings it, I think. So.
Well, we talk about it too. This is the only session where we're going to see 6 classes. So, Super Saturday night, 6 classes, 3 on each track. and it's going to be a good show.
Not to be derogatory by any means at all, but we only have the one really large class as well in pro stock, 47 pros.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big number, but we kind of whittled our way down through the 4-wheel drive, the 2-wheel drive, the super farm, and so on and so forth.
You have Mini still. How many are left in that bad boy?
We got 50.
Yeah.
There's
Oh yeah, Mini does have a really big number as well. There were 49 of those.
Canadian people roll up and try to make faces at us I don't know what that means, Tom LaRue, but thanks for stopping by. Bye then. Okay, bye. It's good to have friends sometimes, and then that's a naval disaster.
Let's
Tom.
keep this
Put your
off
shirt
screen.
down, man.
Yeah, let's keep that off screen.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to make some picks?
We should do it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We should do it. What do you want to start? We want to start with mini rods, or
you take whoever you want.
Do we have any of the pre-picks? I mean, what the fans are picking, or
we do not,
okay.
because of the chaos of Bowling Green.
Okay.
Well, with short-staffed and high expectations.
Okay, first of all, where's Chase?
Chase is busy, probably signing autographs since he won the.
He probably is, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, twice a year this happens, so he's gonna cherish the.
Hey, that's three wins this year.
I was gonna say.
2 in the truck, 1 with a Mini.
1 with a Mini. Okay, 1 with a Mini.
Come
That's
on
fair.
now, let's
That's
get our
fair.
statistics.
You went to the
right.
driver level. I'm going to the vehicle level. All right, we'll go to mini rod. We're gonna go in the order of the games on the Full Pool. So again, play.fullpool.us, where you can download the app in the Android and Apple stores. $2,500 grand prize tonight. All you got to do is pick six
winners.
Six winners.
That's it.
No big deal. And like Miles mentioned, some of these are smaller classes. So
What could go wrong?
Yeah, but then there's class-specific picks, and we do have the diesel picks going out tonight. So we'll start with the mini rods. I am. I guess I'll start it. Are you wanting me to pass this, Jesse, or you guys know what you got?
I don't need the iPad. You can hold on to it.
I can barely handle an iPhone.
You guys are tons of knowledge. All right, so I'm going to go first, and I didn't do it yesterday, so you know who I'm going to pick today. I tried to stay away from him because he has to go on a run, but didn't pick my brother yesterday. But Pile Driver takes a victory
is that
today.
Family pressure or peer pressure or just pressure?
This is pure brotherly love.
And
I will spread it.
Say that Ken Vini is the scratch, right?
Yes.
Is he really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
well, that
what
helps things.
A couple hours ago, I was informed of that.
Okay. Something with the vehicle?
No, just doesn't like to do repairs in the dirt.
Okay.
He says everything, every time I break, he says we fix it, go back to the shop and fix it. He said, not going to fix it here in the dirt.
I think it's a drop the mic moment. Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It would be, except for if there's 10,000 to win tonight.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Which I picked him, so I'm just learning he scratched. Hi, Misty Lustig. I picked him on my picks that you were going to post there for my locks, my diesel burning picks. So I'm going to have to make another decision. But you go ahead, Uncle Larry.
Well, I'm actually going to say one of the Theobalds. I'm going to say Grant. I don't know.
He's been in the hunt.
He's been doing better here than Renee has. So I'm going to go with Grant Theobald.
Go ahead, Dano.
I'm going to go with the Bobcat Junior team. I think Bart is focused and he is ready to once again repeat last year's performance. So I'm going to go with the Bobcat team out of the Netherlands.
Yeah, I can't imagine how you wouldn't want to pick them, but I will stay away from picking them. I'm going to go with Jordan Nelson. I'll pick Simon Says.
Okay.
I like when we stay away from the same picks.
Y'all understand that like yesterday, I'd have had a lot more right if I'd have picked who because I would have picked Trump. I didn't pick Trump, and Trump won.
That's okay, because in Miles' defense,
I actually did pick Trump. Yeah.
I know, and you went before me.
There's you being a good team player on the show, but then there's your real picks. So again, we're gonna post Miles' diesel burner picks after this show, and probably not a bad idea to follow suit there if you want to take home some money. Next up, we got the Pro Stock. Larry, you lead us off.
Who won last night?
In Pro Stock?
Yeah. Pro Stock.
Come on, think about it.
Masterson?
No, sir.
No.
Connie was second. Who was first?
You were the announcers. You should know.
I think do you know, or are you?
I'm pretty sure I know.
Okay. Who do you think?
Dan, do you remember who won last night in Pro Stock?
I remember who won Pro Stock. It'd take me a minute.
See, I didn't remember.
I was down there in the winner's circle.
Yeah, you presented the trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did the.
As you can see, it's been a lot of short nights and long days.
Was it Brent?
No, it was the yes.
It was injected funds.
Injected funds.
Yes.
I belong on this panel.
Yes, he won.
For just that reason. And I score all of these.
He won.
So that's why I know.
Current points
injected funds won.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Smucker.
After all of that,
Yep.
after who won,
I
you're going to go with somebody else.
I
who
want
was.
you guys
Okay.
to tell me who won. I'm going to go with Danny Smudger.
Okay.
Go ahead, bud.
I'm going Kevin Masterson. I'm going to go
And so
with so Kevin's going to be
he's
driving
driving
Tinker
Tinker Toy.
Yes. So
Patrick
I'm going
Gentry's
Tinker Toy.
driving Rat.
Yeah.
Just so we know, we'll make sure we have a note across the board on that.
Miles?
I will take Mike Connie.
Mike Connie.
Yep, I like Mike Connie.
So
I
Mac
think he
Nasty.
So there's been a couple I will tell you also. Braden Schromick made a beautiful pass last night. And this is a chance for you to give us a little bit of discussion, Uncle Larry, because I will put you on the spot with that question. But, you know, they made that decision to change the wagon.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that was probably a pretty detrimental choice at times for where we landed in terms of the class, because everybody pushed back pretty far.
Right.
But I think that's also a respect for everybody that was back there in the class of 47.
I think so. And 1 year here, I turned 44 Pro Stocks into 66 because they built a road and they just kept going further. And I think they were thinking back to those days.
Sure.
It's only been 2 or 3 years ago, but seriously, we had 44 pros, and before it was over, we had 66.
Yep.
I mean,
So now, Larry, let me ask you a question here. When you have a situation like that, where, like, okay, so we're at a certain point in the class, so we've run 10 vehicles, and now we start to see that track kind of turn around, and we think, oh, man, they're going to start heading out the door.
well,
is there a number,
yeah,
or
the
is
number's 5.
Okay,
The number,
so-
if you've run 5 vehicles, you really shouldn't change it. It's
Okay.
been done.
Which
So you kind of
Corey was 5th, right?
Yep.
Corey was
Yep.
5th with
Yep.
King of Deers last night.
It was a little light.
So
I
you
would've
have
changed
to
it as well.
you have to live with that decision
Yep.
after 5.
After that,
is,
you just think, oh my God, what have I done?
Okay.
And you bear it. Yeah.
Yep.
okay.
The downside in that instance for some folks is obviously the track changed so many times in a class of 47 that you really have no idea.
yeah.
You know, and Brian Schrumick come back up afterwards and he's like, man, I wish we could have kept that one. And it wasn't a bad pass on the other one, but he got over there in the chalk line where he didn't want to be, and that made everything different. So,
Yeah, you talk about the track changing last night.
Oh, Yep.
You know, we saw Mike Connie make a heck of a run, and then after that, we were all
It
about
backed
300,
up.
and we sat there for just about an hour, 45 minutes
And
to
then
an
it come
hour,
back around.
and then
And
all
it
of a sudden
cycled
here
back.
it come. Yep.
Yep.
So I mean, that's what we like to see. I mean, you don't like to see, you know, oh, well, this is it. They all
Our
start
special
going
guest
backwards.
is leaving us.
Yeah,
She's coming
she's-
back later for her interview.
so we got you and I have to be in the winner's circle in 9 minutes. So we're gonna zip through these
We'll
last
zip
few
through 'em.
picks.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go. Let's go. Whatever you got the order there.
We're going to go semis. That's not too difficult. We'll, semi-winners. What you going to have?
Playing with
I
Fire.
think, okay, Playing with Fire. Nikki's Nightmare won yesterday.
Nikki's Nightmare
was
won in the
another, yeah.
pull-off against Spencer Rook, and Ryan DeBrew did not come back. He is leading the points, and he did not want to take a chance of having to tear something up and not be able to come back tonight because we crown the Hot Rod Semi-Champion tonight.
Didn't know that, so Playing with Fire's a scratch?
No, he just did not run in the
Saved it
pull-off.
for
He
a
I'm
saved
sorry.
everything.
He run twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He,
Okay, I
he had a
gotcha.
good points night getting third, and he didn't want to.
He was happy with it.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you had Playing with Fire, Larry?
Yes.
All right, Miles?
I'll take Nikki's Nightmare.
Okay.
I'm going to go Chris Wood, Class Act.
Yep, he didn't like last night's finish at all, so I guarantee you he will be ready.
Yes, he does.
He always does.
All right,
He's
we're
my breakfast buddy. Had breakfast with him last 3 days, so
over here?
he told me we stay over at the Holiday Inn.
Oh, okay.
Continental.
The Continental Breakfast. Lucky you.
Yes. Well, you know.
Super
benefits.
stock diesel 4x4s. We have a 5, 10, looks like 24-ish. Looks like 24-ish. Larry. Trump. Everybody loves the Trump.
He's good.
It's a good truck.
He's a very, very good puller.
Between him and Stacy, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, no, he does a good job. Go ahead, Dano.
I'm going to go Cummins Killer 3.
Now, I think they have been thrashing
Yes, they
all
rebuilt that
day, and after tearing up a motor
Tore it
yesterday,
up.
they
Real Duramax.
cranked the
Duramax.
whole deal all the
They
way
had
from
it on
top
the
to
deck
bottom.
Last night when we walked by,
Yep.
they had the engine sitting on the deck. They totally rebuilt that engine, got it back in. Everything's fresh. I'd look for a win here this afternoon or this evening.
I will tell you, and I want this to be known. I want everybody to hear it. I'm going to go with cream of the crop. Justin Gerhardt today at the Make-A-Wish auction donated his hair for the auction.
Locks of love.
They cut 16 inches of his hair off, and in doing so, they granted 4 wishes, almost $40,000.
That's awesome.
So Jamie Kester gave him a haircut. We get to talk about that later this evening too. So pretty awesome stuff there to witness, and what a sweet gesture by him. So I'm going with him.
So used to have the second best hair in pulling. Now it's just Tyler.
Yep.
Now it's Tyler.
Yeah, now it's just Tyler.
I wish I had 16 inches of hair to cut off.
I'm not going to talk about my back.
All right. I, too, am going to go with Smokey if what it's worth. I picked him yesterday. and I feel good about them today. All right, lastly, no, not lastly, we got 2 more. Super stock diesels. We have 16 of them, I believe.
Super Rooster.
I think Bone Twister might be a scratch.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. I mean, I think he wounded it pretty bad.
Yeah.
I will go with. I'll take Brandon. I'll go with Living a Dream.
Okay.
Brandon Hunt for Miles Krieger. I am going to go with, let's see here. I would like to go with the Super Rooster, but I'm going to play to form here. And I think I'm going to go with Colin Ross.
Yep. And I will tell you, Mike Beck, I think, is driving his tractor. If all went well and he's feeling well today, he was going to drive high tech.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Cool. 6. And the one of the funnest classes to watch, Unlimiteds. I have 4, 8, 11. I have 14 of them, which is the same. No scratches you're aware of?
Nobody picks my tractor.
Nobody what?
You get first pick.
Nonsense.
All right, you take it, Miles. Who do you pick?
Nonsense.
Okay, nonsense.
I'm going to have to go with Joe Ader. I got to go with the New Yorker.
I'll take Uncle Sam.
I'm going with Uncle David because they worked their butts off to get that thing working.
Well,
so
they rebuilt the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, that was that's no small task to get that thing ready tonight.
No.
So kudos to them.
It was just a gearbox. Take off the motors, install a new gearbox, and put it back on.
You can hear the Hemis starting to warm up here. Obviously, the Minis are coming our way. The Unlimiteds are coming our way. Dan and I have to make our way over trackside here to get ready for opening ceremonies. If you are on the grounds watching on the big screen, find your way to your seat and be there around 6 o'clock for opening ceremonies. You won't regret it. Obviously, we want you to be here with us. 6:30 start time. We're going to have a blast.
Dan, Miles, thank you so much. Great announcing. I know you guys got to be tired, but you've been pulling through. It's been a great event. It's been fun to watch. You all provide a lot. So
You know, Saturday night is always the big one. That's where you really get amped up and you go deep and you find that energy to do it. And
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna be a good one.
come see us in the middle of the show and you tell us what you think of Saturday night in Bowling Green. You've got the bands you need. You got more armbands than
you
any
just come
human
on right
being
down
should
and-
have.
I've collected bands.
So
let me know if I can
you
find
come
some more.
find us trackside
Will
and
do.
let's talk about what your thoughts are Saturday
Will do.
night.
I love it.
All
Lucky
right.
to be here.
Thank you all so much for watching. It is not too late for you to go to fullpull.us and put in your picks. Download the app. Give us all a chance to see just where you stack up in this game as we try to give somebody $2,500. All you got to do is take a chance.